Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively, we're the Office Blokes.
Yep. Yes, we are.
True factual statement. The most bizarre restaurants you can find in America. Straight up there, it's showing one of those medieval times ones.
Yeah, I've been to one of them.
I've seen them in movies. What movie is it where they...
I've been to one that's you sort of like you're sitting like it's almost like stadium seating around there, like, and they come on with the horses and all that kind of shit, and you eat steak like on a bone, like, just sort of like it's all that kind of. So you drink wine out of a goblet and all that. Yeah,
I'd go to that if it was local. I'd be there all the time. Yeah, but it sounds like.
I can't remember where it was. Where I went, I was overseas somewhere, but I remember getting like picked up to taken to the wherever it was, and it was pretty good.
I presume we're going to have like a Karen's Diner style thing.
Probably.
Because that's not... The one round here isn't going to be the first.
No.
It's going to be an American thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I know they do like... I think he did one just up the road, didn't he? Like a Fawlty Towers evening. I know a lot of people around the world wouldn't know.
I went to it's the same company who do... I went to the Del Boy one.
Oh, really?
All Fields and Horses, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and some guy, they had Trigger going around and he took my coat off the back of my chair. And then give it someone else. So I sold it him as a joke. Yeah. And then I went for a piss and the guy's got my coat on. I went, mate. I went, what are you doing with that? I said it was a party. He went, I thought he was like giving it me. Sort of thing. I went, it's mine.
Can hope you're nice, mate. Wow. Have a think about it.
Yeah. Why didn't that restaurant last?
The one that shut down. Yeah.
It's absolutely got to have the heart attack grill on here in Vegas, which we've seen on other compilations.
Is that bizarre though?
Well, if you're over £350, you eat for free.
I know, but I wouldn't call that bizarre.
I call that
standard.
Anyway, let's get into it. The most bizarre restaurants you can find in America. Let's do it.
Sword fights on horseback, a grill that kills, and rude servers on purpose? What's up with these bizarre restaurants? As many chefs say, you eat with your eyes first. So what happens when you lose the ability to see what you're eating? And how does it affect your taste and the overall dining experience? Blackout is a restaurant in Las Vegas that's determined to answer that question. With a concept centered on taking diners through a unique sensory journey, Blackout serves a 7-course meal in a pitch-black dining room. Objects like cell phones and cameras are locked away to ensure a total absence of light. Staff equipped with night vision goggles roam the room to assist diners throughout the process. The idea is that because your vision is impaired, your other senses become heightened and more attuned, which in turn enhances the taste, smell, and touch of food. While the notion of eating in complete darkness may seem a bit strange to some diners, there's no doubt that Blackout offers a truly unique experience.
Bet they put the lights on when the fucking bill comes. Can't see it, mate. Well, there you go. Fucking lights on, you can't see it.
Everyone's just backing away from the table in the dark.
God, just come out and everyone will be full of shit, won't they? Wine of food dribbling down the top. Absolute mess.
I eat with my eyes as much as I do with my mouth. You know, I'm strategic eater. I like to have a little bit of everything left at the end so I can have that perfect bite that encapsulates the whole meal.
Dave, I'm with you on that.
That'd stress me out because say you've got steak and potatoes and a few other things. What if you've eaten all your steak and you're left with nothing but potatoes at the end of the meal?
You just leave them.
It'd be a mess. Can you imagine having bolognese when it's pitch black?
I think it's strategically order. I think the food's probably designed, but it's not bolognese.
It'd have to be.
It's just soup.
Or pizza.
Chicken pizza.
One that, if nothing else, will give you a renewed sense of gratitude for the gift of vision.
I'd give it a go, though.
Doing laundry isn't exactly the most thrilling experience, but Harvey Washbangers is working on changing that. Located in College Station, Texas, Harvey Washbangers is a restaurant that's also a full-fledged laundromat. After loading up their clothes in state-of-the-art washers and dryers, customers can head over to the dining room to check out the surprisingly diverse menu. Chicken wings, homemade chili, fresh salads, burgers, sandwiches, and hot dogs are some of the popular dishes on the menu. And if you're in the mood for something sweet, then you happen to be in luck, considering that the restaurant also serves hand-spun milkshakes and floats. And if you're looking to get a little buzz from some suds, then Harvey Washbangers has you covered too, with an extensive rotating lineup of local craft beer. One thing's for
that was a good idea.
I think that's a great idea.
I'll tell you something. There's a guy I know who owns a restaurant here, and he doesn't own the restaurant. He owns the building. Right. He used to own the restaurant, and then he'd let someone else into it. And he said, "I want to get rid of it. I want to put a laundromat in there." And I'm thinking, laundromat? I'm like, you don't really see him now.
No. Yeah.
Mate, over the last 2 months, I've seen more fucking laundromats than anything.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's one next to Ash's flat.
I'm like, look at all it. I saw that the other day as well. I was walking down there, but I've seen loads in the last few weeks.
I think in certain areas they probably do well if you like student areas in like town centre. You know,
do you know where they are now? Do you know if you go to these Shell garages, they've got big washing machines and dryers in the forecourt.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Have a look. You're probably not paying attention.
Yeah.
Just have a look next time you go. Not in all of them, but some of them.
You've got a captive audience here because you've got people that might be sat there for an hour while the washing's on, and they might be hungry, and it's like some genius has gone, why don't we just feed the people while they're waiting?
Yeah.
And what differentiates us from all the other laundromats? We'll give people burgers while they're here, and then it's obviously became that.
Yeah, I like that.
I think it's genius.
It is good.
Apart from all your clean clothes now stink of burgers.
For sure. You're pretty much guaranteed to have way more fun doing your laundry at Harvey Washbangers than you will anywhere else. Most restaurants will bend over backward to make you feel welcome.
Resort.
But Dick's Last Resort isn't one of them. The small chain of restaurants is built on a bizarre premise where servers are actively encouraged to disrespect diners. For example, personalized insults are scrawled in permanent ink on flimsy paper bags that diners wear like humiliating hats. Dick's Last Resort's mission is to upend your expectations of traditional ethics, as servers relish in your public degradation through constant mockery, sarcasm, and a menu riddled with crass sexual innuendos.
My pleasure. Nothing else I'd rather be doing on a Saturday afternoon than waiting on you people.
Strange and...
We have dicks. See it on his shirt.
What's that?
He said, they have hooters, we have dicks.
This seems a little tame compared to the videos I've seen of Karen's Diner down the road. People are getting called the not on normal courtyard exercises by the wait staff and everything. It's just proper raw.
Proper vicious there.
Yeah.
Raunchy as it sounds, it's all in good fun. The whole point of the experience at Dick's Last Resort is to loosen up, be a bit more self-deprecating, and enjoy laughing at the expense of others. And even though this spot might feel more like a dirty joke than a restaurant at times, the food is still seriously solid. Obscene and silly, Dick's Last Resort is a great choice for those with thick skin and an appetite for some good-natured obnoxiousness. The name says it all. Heart Attack Grill is a restaurant in downtown Las Vegas where diners are referred to as patients and given a hospital gown to wear, while the servers are dressed like nurses and doctors. If you don't finish your food, you are publicly spanked with a wooden paddle. True to form, patrons have even had to ride an ambulance to the nearest hospital after suffering actual heart attacks in the dining room. The restaurant also has a scale on site and offers free food with the purchase of a drink to anyone who weighs over 350 pounds. As you can imagine, it has endured a fair share of controversy.
We're past the point of no return at the Heart Attack Grill. We have blood on our hands at this point.
The menu has a lot to offer, but Heart Attack Grill's real claim to fame is its burgers, offering up to 8 burger patties with seemingly endless slices of bacon. The size is freakishly huge, to the point of absurdity. It's hard to imagine the number of calories that an 8-patty bacon cheeseburger adds up to, but it sure ain't gonna be pretty. There's a reason the restaurant only takes cash, too, as evidenced by the sign on the door ominously warning diners that they may die before the check clears. Betty Dangers is the kind of place where you can...
Did you go in there, did you say?
No. I weighed myself outside, but we'd already eaten by the time we got... Because we didn't know what it was. We just walked past it. I wish I would have gone in now. I think when it was first opened, it was like these giant butter milkshakes, and you got a cigarette with it as well.
Jesus. Some of those burgers, I mean, you've got to be able to hold a burger up and eat it like that. That's what they're for, and that's what you got bread there for.
I don't know, I went in Cowtown Grill. I went in Cowtown Grill the other day. I couldn't pick that burger up.
Could you not?
No, it's
looked nice, though.
Yeah.
I must admit, it did look nice.
I showed that burger to the kids, and both of them were going, ooh.
Looked
great.
Yeah.
Drink booze on a Ferris wheel. And no, that's not an exaggeration. The restaurant literally has its own Ferris wheel on the patio, billing itself as a dystopian interpretation of an animal farm in 1984. Betty Dangers feels like a vibrantly colored art installation by Banksy, one that also happens to serve food. The menu at this Minneapolis restaurant features plenty of satirical allusions to its literary and pop culture influences, with drink names like Anarchy Cherry Bomb, The Fruity Fascist, The Whistleblower Protection Act of 1989, The Capitalist, and Helpful Propaganda. The food menu is strewn with equally edgy names and offers a wide range of dishes from French toast to tacos to Wagyu beef cheeseburgers. All in all, Betty Dangers is like an amusement park for adults. There's even a little mini golf course on the patio, so you can play some putt-putt as you ponder all the charming absurdities around you. Open since 1945, Tonga Room is a legendary tiki-themed bar and restaurant at San Francisco's Fairmont Hotel. Envisioned and brought to life by a Hollywood set designer, at the center of the dining room, a live band plays popular hits from a thatch-covered barge floating in the middle of an indoor pool. Dining room tables sit under grass-covered huts around the perimeter of the restaurant, while thunderstorms randomly erupt and shower down from above. The cinematic setting creates a genuine feeling of excitement and magic in the air that's bound to leave you enchanted. The food menu leans into the restaurant's tropical motif, with South Pacific-inspired dishes like homemade spam with passion fruit mustard, ahi tuna poke tostadas, grilled miso salmon, and fried vegetable spring rolls. The sophisticated and delicious menu, paired with an unrivaled sense of atmosphere, undoubtedly makes Tonga Room one of the coolest and most unusual restaurants in the country.
Yeah, that's right
like
on my
that.
street.
Same.
Nice.
Same.
It's mint that.
It does.
Imagine
really
living that in
good.
the centre of Manchester.
Oh, it'd be ace, wouldn't it?
It'd be packed all the time. wouldn't it?
Yeah, of course it would. Do you imagine how much it costs to put something like that together, though?
Because tattoo's always packed, and it's not too dissimilar to that. It doesn't have the rain and everything.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like similar sort of food and similar sort of setting, but that's
is it?
always packed.
Yeah.
Whenever I go in tattoo, it's like it's an Instagram bar.
Yeah.
A restaurant, and it's got this massive like pink. I don't know if have you been in?
No,
Tattoo,
no,
have you
no.
been in?
Once, yeah.
Yeah, you've got like this massive pink tree, sort of like right in the middle of the restaurant, and there's a table underneath it that seats about 8, and there's always constant people having the photograph taken one after the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know, it's like a conveyor belt of photographs
Yeah.
going through.
You've got to get something like that right, don't you? Because
Yeah.
that could
Yeah.
very easily be tacky, and you go in there and be like, this is shit.
You've got
But
a bit high end.
It's got to be high
Well,
end.
that's what I mean. Yeah. It costs a lot of money to put together.
Like
but
tattoo's
it'd be,
very high end.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it'd be good. I mean, it's just so different, isn't it, as well?
I'm into
from
that.
anywhere else you'd go
Yeah,
to.
same.
Yeah, I'd be there. And it looks
But
like...
people do pay the premium for it, don't they?
Yeah.
When it's that different, people do expect to pay a little bit more for it, so...
Where was it? Did it say?
San Francisco, was
Did it
it?
say?
Yeah.
Mint all that. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's good.
Medieval Times first launched in Spain before opening its first North American location in Florida in 1983. Since then, it's expanded to 8 other states and also has a location in Canada. With a concept based on authentic medieval history, Medieval Times mixes dinner and entertainment in a way that's truly unique.
My family lay murder to do cheer!
As diners feast on a 4-course meal, they watch a tournament of knights battling, jousting, and engaging in hand-to-hand combat while on horseback. Based on the true story of a noble family, Medieval Times does a great job of creating an atmosphere of excitement that's undeniably fun. Looking around at the ornate costumes and medieval decor, it's easy to feel like you've stepped back in time. As for the food, the 4-course meal includes garlic bread, tomato bisque soup, roasted chicken, sweet buttered corn, and herbed potatoes. Between the wild clashes on horseback in the middle of the arena and the cheering crowds, there's no doubt that Medieval Times has carved out an exceptional niche within the dining scene. Uncle Buck's Fishbowl is the pizza worship.
I'm starving.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely starving.
I took the kids to that Medieval Times, and it's great for kids. They
Yeah.
loved it. They were buzzing off it.
Yeah, I bet, yeah. It's somewhere totally different, isn't it?
Can't remember
Totally
what it
different.
was.
Is the food a little bit mid, though? Or is it good food as well?
It was all right. It was just like you say, you've seen it there. It was just like a chicken or a steak on a bone, and you just
Yeah.
sort of like eating soup
Yeah.
and bread, and it's all like old sort of style. It's
Yeah.
served in like little tin pots.
Yeah.
And then you when I ordered wine, it come in like a goblet. Goblet.
In a goblin.
Even worse.
Squeeze the goblin to get it out.
I had to pay extra for that. Sorry.
Worshiping love child of an aquarium and a bowling alley. With locations in Florida, Texas, Illinois, Iowa, and Connecticut, it's highly likely that this small restaurant chain is one of the most unusual places you'll go to toss a bowling ball around. Replicas of marine creatures hang overhead by the hundreds, creating the feeling of being submerged under the sea. Bowling balls emerge from the open jaws of a shark, and the dining room is situated under the shadow of a sunken ship. Even cooler, each of the bowling lanes has motion lighting to mimic the reflective patterns on the surface of the ocean. With so much attention to detail in the decor, Uncle Buck's Fishbowl is definitely an aquatic feast for the eyes, and it offers an equally impressive feast for your belly. The menu at Uncle Buck's goes above and beyond what you'd normally find at a bowling alley. Fish and chips with beer-battered cod, loaded queso, and western beef sliders with bacon, fried onion straws, and barbecue sauce are just a few of the snacks you can order. But the centerpiece of the menu here is the pizza. And with plenty of specialty cocktails and beers to choose from, Uncle Buck's Fishbowl is truly a one-of-a-kind experience that's sure to please all ages. Hillbilly Hot Dogs has been in business for over 20 years in West Virginia, and it's easy to see why. With a couple dozen gourmet hot dogs on the menu and an old-fashioned country aesthetic that gives it an undeniable southern charm, this spot is a winner. Between all the weathered wood, random animal skulls, and kitschy hand-painted signs, there's a good chance you've never been anywhere quite like this. For starters, it has an official wedding chapel on the property, one that looks more like a wooden shack cobbled together from broken branches. So if you happen to be in love and you have an affinity for shabby cabins and grilled logs of processed meat, then Hillbilly Hot Dogs is...
I know what you're going to say.
What?
Dave's back garden.
No. Too predictable, that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But I was.
Yeah.
I was going to actually say, look familiar, that Dave. That's where you get married, that, isn't it?
I wouldn't get married, so no.
But that's where you would get married if you did.
Nah.
If you were to choose, if it was your decision.
No.
What do you reckon?
Hot dogs are okay.
No, I'm not talking about the food. I'm talking about the actual look.
It's a bit gimmicky. Like, it's a bit too... If it was like almost a proper Wild West town, you know, like one of these abandoned sort of ghost town styles, something like that would be cool. But that looks very commercially made to look like something.
Yeah, a bit contrived. Yeah.
Is your Graceland. Old school buses have been converted into dining rooms, and there's even a 15-inch, 1-pound hot dog on the menu called the Home Wrecker, which might as well be one of the biggest loaded dogs you've ever seen. A lot of the other hot dogs on the menu are surprisingly inventive too, like the pineapple-lation dog with shredded cheese, barbecue sauce, country ham, and crushed pineapple. At the end of the day, Hillbilly Hot Dogs uses its unique concept and design to produce an authentically rustic feel that's hard to find in today's world.
Bond. James Bond.
Safe House is a spy-themed restaurant located in both Milwaukee and Chicago, where you can live out your wildest secret agent fantasies. In order to get inside, visitors first need to find the entrance, discreetly labeled under the glow of a lantern on a brick wall as international exports. Before diners can enter the building, they need to share a secret password or undergo a clearance test at the door to ensure they aren't a double agent. The restaurant boasts a number of espionage artifacts throughout the building, including a machine gun allegedly donated by John Wayne, a piece of the Berlin Wall, and a spy guitar supposedly taken from none other than Austin Powers himself. The menu at Safe House leans toward classic American fare, with slow-cooked barbecue pork ribs, beer-battered cod, cheeseburgers, sandwiches, and salads. One of the favorites is the shaved prime rib sandwich on ciabatta, which comes with horseradish and can even be turned into a Philly cheesesteak upon request. Between the carefully crafted atmosphere of secrecy and the killer food on the menu, Safe House is a fun place to spend some time hiding from the outside world. Joyously painted in pastel colors, the Bubble Room is decorated with vintage toys from the early 20th century, bubble lights, moving miniature trains, and year-round Christmas decor. Since opening in 1979 on Florida's Captiva Island, the Bubble Room has grown famous over the years for its eccentric interior and oversized desserts, all made fresh on a daily basis. While the decor may seem a little weird, there's nothing strange about the top-notch food that the kitchen pumps out. Some of the heavy hitters on the dessert menu include the Jamaican rum cake with a chocolate mousse center, and the restaurant's legendary orange crunch cake. As expected from a restaurant on an island, the menu also offers a lot of seafood, with dishes like crab cakes with lobster sauce, shrimp, stuffed
There wasn't a Captiva Island that got battered by that Hurricane Ian not long ago.
Was it?
Ooh, could have been, yeah.
Just sounds familiar to me.
It does, yeah. Yeah, it rings a bell, that does. Maybe it was.
That food looks delicious.
It looks all right. It looks solid. It doesn't look like...
Solid.
It doesn't look mind-blowing.
Served in a pineapple like that looked, well,
yeah.
appetising.
grouper, seared mahi, and fisherman's stew. There's also filet mignon, roasted duck, prime rib, and a wide range of other delicious dishes to choose from. There's no better place than the Bubble Room to behold Florida's tropical eccentricities.
Yes, some
nice.
good ones. I think some of them verge on gimmick a little bit too much.
Some are just a bit themed, aren't they?
Well, that's the attraction, I think, for especially if you're going out as a family.
Yeah, well, that's it.
You got to think family.
A lot of them were like the bowling alley one was just that's where you take your kids.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Because I mean, there's nothing worse when you're going out for a meal with kids and playing up and messing about and stuff like that. I mean, we've all had it, haven't we?
Yeah.
But if you go somewhere like that, it'd be absolutely ideal, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you take kids there, it'd be like, wow, something to look at everywhere.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And like the medieval one as well. I could you just imagine kids being
love
well
that.
into that. I mean, it'd keep your attention all the way through, wouldn't
They
it?
do.
It really would.
Yeah. There should be 2 different videos: the bizarre adult restaurants and the bizarre.
I was going to say,
kid-themed
you
ones,
probably get a different clientele, wouldn't you? Bob?
Yeah, because
there's our adult ones like Bourbon Street on Route 9, Sayreville, New Jersey.
Right. No, I went in. It was a bar, not a restaurant, but in Switzerland, the H.R. Geiger bar, and he's the guy who designed all the aliens out of the Alien movies.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So we went to his museum, and then he's got a bar next to the museum, and it's the inside of one of the ships in Alien.
Right.
So it's got all that kind of exoskeleton stuff,
Yeah.
and it was unbelievable.
Is it good? Yeah.
It was amazing. But that
sounds like it's
that wasn't aimed at kids. It's proper horror
Scary,
stuff.
yeah.
Like the aliens out of Alien everywhere and stuff.
Wow.
Just seeing
That
a
was
lot of
cool.
food though like that, it just makes you want to go to It was a year ago today. I was in the USA.
Already?
New Jersey, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was.
Time flies, eh?
Yeah, I went for Thanksgiving last year, didn't I?
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I'm absolutely starving.
Yeah.
I've not eaten
Yeah.
a thing today. So
Luckily, it's nearly lunchtime. So
My food will be on the table. I ordered before I went.
Oh, did you?
Before I came, yeah.
Right, there you go.
So my food will be upstairs on the table.
have you
ready to
gone?
go.
Have you gone to like sandwich or?
Sandwich, soup and a sandwich today. Yeah.
I think I'm having a day of eating something tasty.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
blame me, mate. Don't blame me.
After watching that video, I need a burger or
I know
something.
it does say we shouldn't do it before lunch. Shouldn't
No,
we, really?
no, I really shouldn't.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let us know if you've got a funky restaurant in your area.
Yeah.
That Dave should visit. Yeah. We'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.